What if Deku had full counter? Part 3. So last time, Deku and his friends finished up the Heroes versus Villains. And today, they're going to the USJ. So when they're on the bus, Deku does like the classic Meliodas thing and just starts, groping Momo again, and she's too embarrassed to even say something. And his classmates are just like watching him do it, like, what the hell, man? That's not very nice, bro. So once they get there, Deku, the whole class is surrounded by a purple mist, and then changed into different locations. So Deku and Momo, which are at the mountain zone, and fighting off all the villains there and returning to the front plaza. Once they get there, Deku sees Aizawa completely beaten up as he charges right at the Nomu, only for the Nomu to like swat Deku away into a wall, and like Deku's like barely getting up until Shigaraki says, "Nomu, kill her." As the Nomu charges right at Momo and punches her across the entire USJ and right into a brick wall, implanting her in it. She like slowly just falls unconscious and falls from the wall. Deku, seeing this, is pretty pissed. Like, he's pissed. He's going rage mode. So he's like, "You hurt my friends." No, he just starts like screaming, and his like eyes are twitching as blackish purple flames like consume him, and a massive ball of this purplish black flames just almost consumes the whole USJ, like only barely consuming it, like giving the villains like knocking out from the pressure, but his friends like little burns. So Deku is in complete rage mode of his demon form, which Meliodas, I believe I said, never told him about it. So he's completely new to supposedly being a demon. So what he does is he charges right at the Nomu and takes a darkish he forms his flames into a claw and strikes downwards on the Nomu, just basically destroying every part where he hit it, so there's no more Nomu there. So it can't regenerate as the black flames wrap around the Nomu, and then slowly eating away at it until it's dead, like nothing's left. So once this has happened, like all of his classmates are like completely scared of what Deku just did, as he just went complete rage mode, and he basically lost his sanity, kind of like a Super Saiyan. So after the Nomu was dead and Shigaraki and Kirigiri left, much to the dismay of Izuku, he fell unconscious. And, he fell unconscious from not being able to sustain his rage mode anymore. So his body just made him fall unconscious. And Deku... So all his classmates rush over to them as all the villains are knocked out or either dead from, like, burns. So once they rush over to him, they check he's still alive. Then they rush over to Momo and check that she's also still alive. So once they get back, or all the heroes come, All Might grabs Momo, Zuku 13, and Aizawa, and jumps off to Recovery Girl. Once there, he gives Recovery Girl them, and she basically heals them. Zuku is suffering from minor burns, while Momo is suffering from maybe broken ribs or something, like fractured bone, like arms or something, I don't know. So Deku ends up waking up, and if you've ever watched Seven Deadly Sins, the first episode, you'd know this scene where we can see Momo in her hero costume. Well, we can see Momo in her hero costume lying on her bed, sleeping peacefully, until Deku wakes up and just walks over to her, grabs her, and just starts squeezing it, basically. This is some weird crap to write, or not to say. But Deku just keeps doing that until Momo just stands right up, or she sits up, and then just immediately blushes, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I was making sure you're okay, clearly. So, the next day, Momo and Izuku walk back to UA for the next day. They realize that they have 2 weeks off to train for the UA Sports Festival. So Deku, being Deku, asks Momo if she wanted to train with him. She obviously said sure, and Deku trained her. So time skipped 2 weeks, and they're going to the UA Sports Festival. Now, here Deku is like, alright, let's show this world what possibly the oldest person on it can do. Sticky just cracks his knuckles. And he walks out. He's the representative. As he says, I really want a good challenge and not some crap. So I want everybody to give me 100% or some stupid thing like that. So Deku said that and walked away. Everybody cheers and stuff. So Deku just So they walk it away under the pathway where they're going to begin their race. Now, Deku, I'm going to say, still has some control over his demon form, but not really. I'm not even sure if Meliodas is that fast, but I think he is, so I'm just going to, say that. So, Deku lines up, and as soon as President Mike says go, Deku starts running. Now, once he gets to the 0-pointer, and the 0-pointer goes for a punch, only for Deku to take his dragon handle and yell full counter, hitting them. He yells full counter, destroying all the rest of zero pointers as he keeps running. He keeps going until he gets to a ledge, and he just jumps over it, not even caring. And once he gets through a minefield, he waits for everyone to catch up to him, and then he speeds around the minefield, activating every single bomb, cueing a massive explosion, blowing up so much dust that everybody was just knocked back, while Deku was just sitting in the middle of the arena like, that was pretty fun. So Deku ends up getting first, Todoroki second, and Bakugo third. Now, once he gets to the cavalry battle, things get not very more interesting. It's not that bad. So Deku obviously is on a team with Momo, but nobody else decides to join with him. So Deku says, alright, I'll carry you, and it's pretty simple. Just hide your headband, or put your headband around your head, but I'll just block everybody with my physical clones. So Deku says physical clones, and three other physical clones come out to help. Two of them are protecting Momo, and the other one is helping Deku hold Momo. I mean, Momo's not heavy at all. It's just for more balance reasons. One in the front, one in the back, while two physical clones are on each side. And technically it's only two people because the clones are a part of Deku's magic. So they can't really do anything. So the match begins with Shoto Todoroki and Bakugo rushing at him to get those points. Now, both the clones take out their dragon hilts and full counter each attack back at them, only for a bunch more people to come at them when all of the Izukus immediately say 1,000 divine cuts. Thank you for whoever mentioned that. So they basically just cut the Nomu up. Or not the Nomu, but they cut a bunch of people up. Those annoying cuts that you have that burn but they don't really hurt? They just gave that, but if they went full power, they'd be in little small cubes. So everyone just yeah, I ain't gonna deal with that for the next week, so just let them be. So Deku ends up winning the cavalry battle with Momo. So now begins the 1v1s. So during this time, Deku's matched up with Shinso. Once Shinso is there, he's it must be lucky having a quirk, Deku decides, oh, this isn't a quirk, it's magic. And Shinso takes over his mind, only making Izuku stop. And then Izuku put his hand up, and Shinso went into his mind. Shinso was just looking around in this blank space, and he's like, where am I? Only for Deku to come out and say, oh, you're in my mind. Here is kind of weird, if you get what I mean, as he points over to beside him to a identical character looking exactly like him, and he's like, this is Meliodas. So he says this is Meliodas. As Meliodas is like, oh, hi. So what do you want me to do with him? He's like, oh, just do something to mess with his mind. So we'll just, like, forfeit the match or something. So Meliodas just starts, like, rapidly just tapping Shinso's head. Don't even know. He just keeps doing that, which ends up irritating Shinso until he just passes out from irritation. So the next round, Deku versus Todoroki. Deku saying, it's your power, not his, Todoroki, as he lights up into flames, and sending a massive dual attack at Deku, only for Deku to smirk, take out his dragon hilt, and yell full counter, which inevitably just destroys Todoroki. So when Deku is outside, he's meditating, and he's talking with Meliodas until Meliodas says if he wins the whole thing, he'll give him Lostylvane, which, if you guys don't know, the Dragon Tail isn't Lostylvane because he sold it at a pawn shop for some odd reason. But Deku, so going to Momo's fight, she ends up losing like always. She's a little disappointed with all the training with Deku for nothing. When she was walking back, he said, nice match. Then she looked sad, so he gave her a little squeeze of the He gave her a little, grope, Not even sure if that's the right word, but meh, I don't really care. So, Deku did that. Momo's a little cheered up, but also embarrassed. Deku walks out to his final fight, which is against Bakugo. Which you guys can already tell what's going to happen. Bakugo's going to get overly cocky. He's like, you stupid extra, I'll be able to beat you. You're not strong at all. As Bakugo just sent a massive, explosion at Deku. Only for Deku just to, bat it away with full counter. And Bakugo would try and send it right back, only adding to the sheer pressure of it, sending it right into him, and he blasts off like Team Rocket. So, I hope you guys did enjoy What If Deku Had Full Counter Part 3. Remember, tomorrow will be Part 4, and Wednesday will be Part 6 of What If Deku was One Punch Man. See you guys. Bye.